welcome back to the channel. So today, it's finally time to complete the GTR for now, to get it on the road. So right now, the weather's starting to be really nice. It's time to drive it. There's barely any salt left on the road, so yeah, gotta get this done. So what's left to do on it? Well, there's one tire that I had that needed to be replaced. So I'm getting that replaced this afternoon. Shout out to Uncle Corey's. He's based out of Moncton, New Brunswick, hooking me up with the tire change. He's done a bunch of my tires in the past. Used to go through a lot of tires with the ZL1 and other vehicles, of course. This one unfortunately can't do burnouts. Kind of sucks. I thought about converting it to rear-wheel drive, but not at this time. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to Uncle Corey's this afternoon, drop off the tire, get that changed, come back, throw it on. And as far as what's left, the air management, the lines already ran from front to back. That's all done, all clean underneath. It's just a trunk setup and getting the wiring done. So that's what we'll tackle today. So let's take a look at what's in the trunk. So my trunk's all stripped apart right now. Basically, the tank is here. I gotta mount this little bad boy under here. It's gotta be higher than the tank so there's no condensation that goes up in this unit. Then you get a bunch of errors and whatnot on the controller. So I don't want that. So I'll probably end up placing it somewheres over here. And then I've got the air dryer that I need to mount as well somewheres. But I still want to keep the trunk configuration, like have everything looking stock except obviously the tank and the compressor. I do have the lines routed here, as you can see. These are going to be removed and the lines are going to go from the quick connect directly to this unit here. So that's what I got to do today. Try to mount this up, make it look nice and clean and out of the way, because I still want to have, you know, enough room in the trunk to put all the junk. If I decide to go to Grand Falls to go see Jean, still want to have some room in the back to haul some stuff. So first things first, I got to do the wiring connection that goes directly to the front. It goes to the controller, which I'll show you in a minute, the controller, and then I needed to make it to the battery to connect the power source. So I'll show you where I mounted temporarily the controller. Not sure if that's where I'll end up having it completely forever, but give you a sneak peek. Here's the interior. A little dirty right now. Gotta get this replaced because it's suede and dirty hands and whatnot. Yeah. I just mounted the controller here. It's on a little magnet. It's either gonna sit there, which I'm not a big fan at this point. I might just end up having it go down to the bottom here where you can't really see it. But for now, I'll wire it here just for simplicity. Just have it there. And yeah, so I gotta take some stuff apart to run the wires. Oh no, no wheel! I gotta drop it off to Uncle Corey's in a few minutes. But I guess I'll go inside, show you how I'm gonna route the wires in. Obviously pull the seat back. Man, the interior's dusty. So as far as taking the back seat out, pretty easy. Reach under here, little clip that you put on, pull, and then this piece comes out. To remove this seat, simple. One bolt here, and then the seat comes out. So I'll pull that out and show you in a minute. So now that that bolt is removed, it's a 14 mil. Pull it, lift it, and then out she comes. Then you can see, whoop, if I can focus. There's spots where you can run the wires in, and then just bring it down here, all the way to the front, out into the engine bay. All right, so for the wires, what I did is I just ran them here. I'll actually put them underneath here. Just gotta pull this clip out. Ran it all the way in the inside. All on the inside here. And now it's in the front. So I gotta get these two to the battery. This one to the controller itself. And then this one for the ignition switch on and off. So that's what I gotta fish out of here into the engine bay for the battery. Now the back seat is back in place, so we're done with that. I gotta finish this part. All right, so to run the power negative to the battery, what I did is I just used an old piece of brake line and ran it in here just so I can fish it out. So basically it goes all the way in, wrap the wires with electrical tape, and then just pull it in. That way you don't need to mess around underneath and trying to find a location to run it in. This way it just goes in, you can pull it right into the spot and nothing's gonna be in the way. So all I did was remove this here and lifted the wiper arm. This one's a little crooked, well, the wiper is blade itself, but won't be an issue. So let's go on the inside to show you what I mean. So went all the way here, so I'll tape this up on here and pull it out. So here's what I'll do for the trunk. So I ended up putting a piece of pine wood here, which is super wide, and I'll drill the holes, countersink these screws underneath just to keep it just nice and clean. And the carpet's gonna go on top of this anyways. So it's just to keep it in place so it doesn't move around, and it's pretty tight in there. So just measure, there's 5 inches each side, and put it square and have it fitting nicely in the trunk. All right, so I got the trunk setup done. This is all mounted, this is mounted, and here's where I'm actually gonna run the lines. I'll show you a little video of it inside. A little dusty here, but once it's all cleaned up there, it's gonna clean up pretty good. On the inside, I had to take everything apart, and this is where I mounted the airlift module. So the subwoofer cover will go on it, and then everything's gonna be hidden. Alrighty, so as you can see, the car's outside. I finished it last night, got the air lines all done up, made sure that there was no leaks or anything, and this morning I took it for a drive, so am I ever glad I can drive the car again. So it's almost done. The only thing I need to do now is put in the stock trunk interior to make it look like a trunk again. So I'll show you what I did for the layout in the trunk. Obviously it's not completed yet, I gotta put those back in. As you can see with the tape here, it's just because I didn't put the clips in yet and I just wanted to show you guys. So I ran the lines here all the way, and this is where I hid the control box. So I just gotta tie everything up, make it look nice and pretty, put the other stuff in, and then she'll be done. As far as the inside goes, I just mounted it here. Obviously it's not where it's gonna go, but for now, until I figure out where I want it, this is where it's gonna go. Put my preset here. And then we are on the ground. So that's how she looks when she's all lowered up. So we'll conclude the video here. Obviously this is a short video, it's not long like the others. Didn't have much left to do on the GTR. Now we'll button up a few things on the S13, get that out, and then we'll be getting Nick's Subaru, which is the STI that has an LS turbo with a Ford 8.8 rear end. So that's coming back in to do some finishing touches on that. And then all these 3 cars will be ready to go. So now it's time to think, what's the next project for Fueled by Haters Customs? So of course we still have the AC Cobra, which that is 4 hours north. Jean's working on that right now. Eventually that will show up here to do some wiring, etc. But we gotta let Jean do his part, and then I'll take over for a little bit. If you have any ideas of what you want to see next on the channel, let us know. I have a few things in mind. There is one thing, a quarantine project that I'm thinking about. If we can't really be on the streets and whatnot, why not build something that can be useful in drifting in the backyard and in the woods, but has to be car related. So a car cut in pieces, we'll see. So I put out a few feelers to look for shells and whatnot. So, well, not shells, but complete cars, just to cut up and whatnot. We'll get back at you on that one, but first we still got to do the Subaru, which we'll have a video in the next couple weeks on the Subaru. Then we'll have some videos from Jean, which one was posted yesterday or 2 days ago. Today's Saturday, it was posted on Saturday morning. But this video won't be posted till probably Monday, just to keep the content flowing. Yeah, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, and if you need some merch, hit us up on Facebook, Fueled by Haters Customs. Peace!